Hi, Life Path number 5. Welcome in, welcome in. This is just a brief description on what a Life Path number 5 is. And it's just an intro to what I'm adding to the channel. That's all this really is. And we're going to be using the Tarot deck here as far as figuring out where you're going with your life path and to help you navigate and mitigate any kind of problems or fallouts that you have in your life. Because at the end of the day, it is a spiritual channel, and what is spirituality is the development of your own personal spirituality. So we're going to do a self check-in or a self-analysis once a month using the tarot on your life path. All right, guys, so let's get into your life path. If you don't know what you are, there's a description down below. Guys, it's just basically your birthday reduced down to one digit. All right, let me just turn the camera here a little bit. So, life path. You guys are freedom seekers. You love your independence. You love your adventure. You thrive in learning new cultures. And it's like a deep dive into that also. You love unexperienced experiences. Again, you're interested in going in places where you don't know anything, you don't know anyone, and just whatever comes at your way, that learning and knowing part is part of the excitement and the fun for you guys. You tend to do well with jobs where you can have that level of freedom, especially traveling, if your job will allow it. So a lot of you will seek jobs where you could be photojournalists, you could be tour guides, maybe you work for travel magazines, or what have you in that regard. Maybe some of you are into fashion designing or and you're shopping around the world. Whatever it is, it's something unique and something that allows you to have that kind of freedom within your vocation. Also, you really, guys, you're big risk takers. You really do. The problem is this is where you have to learn to set limits for yourselves in order for you to have the experiences that you need in your life. The problem with you is sometimes you fight between your risk taking and not being able to let go of your creature comforts, that which is what makes you comfortable, that which is what you know. And sometimes when things become too overwhelming for you fives, you tend to lose the spark and the fun in the situation because you are overwhelmed in a certain circumstance. With that said, besides needing the flexibility and the freedom to travel in your professional lives, it's also with the people that you're with, your spouses and whatnot. You just do. You just like unpredictable experiences within your relationships and in your cultural findings or travels. You're tradition breakers. You are the Hierophant in reverse. You don't like taking the traditional approach to things. You will do that. You will take traditional measures, but you really don't mind also breaking the rules here and there. The thing with you guys, you're very resourceful when it comes to a crisis. And then this is when people tend to crowd around you because you're very social and you're very good at being social and you're very good with people in general. But when it comes to a crisis or it comes to a point where management control needs to take its place, you excel and you excel greatly in this department. And then people tend to come around you and ask you for advisement or for help. Let's see if there's anything else I'm missing here. Yeah, there's also some things about embracing a level of stability in your life. So for you, it's always like a balance between the stability that you have in your life versus you putting yourself out there and being free and adventure seeker. Especially as you get older, you tend to find that balance a little bit better. When you're younger, not so much. You guys tend to repeat some cycles. That's why I was saying to you earlier, oh, we do tarot readings in order to work on ourselves and our life path and our journey, because sometimes when we repeat cycles, we don't question ourselves. We have to sit there and say to ourselves, well, maybe I was able to fix that, or maybe I didn't do something wrong. Or sometimes you do the opposite and months and years could go by and nothing has changed. This is what this will do for you. This will help you cut corners. It'll take a shortcut when you need to tell yourself, okay, I need to cut my losses over here and move on to that, on to the next thing. All right, guys, I don't really have anything else because you guys are amazing. But if you were to ask me what your life purpose is here on earth, it is because you are freedom seekers. because you are pioneers in a certain kind of way. You actually tend to pave the way for people who do have great ideas, people who are brilliant, people who want to invent things. You tend to pave the way, you tend to motivate them. You guys also, on the spiritual side, you tend to be seers, like you're intuitives. You pick up things, you see images and visions, and maybe you've seen them throughout your whole life and you didn't know what they were, because everybody has a psychic ability, they just don't know what that power is for them. This is what it is for you. It's tiny little glimpses of the future, but to you, you might throw it out in your mind as like, oh, it's just deja vu. No, it's a clairvoyant moment that you're having there. It's just you chalk it up to something else. So there's also that interesting part of you guys. Yeah, I think I've covered almost everything. But we're going to cover some more when we do our tarot readings together. The only other thing I'm going to suggest is, guys, it's a good thing for you to know what the life path is of your children. That way, when and as they do get older, you know how to best coach them and to put them on their path, so when they become young adults, they're not lost into their own personal life mission. But you must be one of the most fun parents out there because of the way you already do lead your lives. All right, guys, do leave me your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, or share with anybody else who you think might find this interesting. And I hope to see you that once a month when we do those readings. Do check out the other life paths, because we do have compatibilities within life cycles, as well as understanding what the surrounding people in our lives, what their life path is. You'll get an insight a little bit as to why they do what they do and why they think the way they do. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.